champagne is definitely in a league of its own. Hailing from the land of Champagne in France, this drink of choice at festivals and celebrations may be the best of the many alcoholic drinks that have their home at the northern edge of the world's wine-producing latitudes. While everyone has their own preferences, it is no doubt that champagne has claimed its rightful territory as the king of drinks. Be sure to watch till the end, where we reveal to you the most luxurious champagne bottle that you would never knew existed, not even in your wildest dreams. You will be astounded at the price tags that match the figures you would see in a report of countries with the highest GDP in the world. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. 10. Shipwrecked Champagne, $14,181.81. Closing our list is this aqua gem that was discovered by a team of divers in the Baltic Sea just a decade ago. As the divers were in their scuba diving escapades, they discovered some 2 centuries-old champagne bottles in a shipwreck. Upon assessment, the bottles were in such good condition. In fact, the bottles are considered among the most valuable in the planet, that they were sold at a fortune in an auction. Experts will agree that the bottles, which are likely to have been crafted in the 19th century, were a handiwork of a real master of art. Oh, and we don't need to tell you that the divers who accidentally bumped into the shipwreck with these bottles laughed all the way to the bank. 9. Louis Roederer, Crystal Brut, 1990 Millennium Cuvée Methuselah, $18,800. Among the rarest champagnes, this brand has a handful of unique features. First is its size, which is equal to 6 liters or 8 bottles. Its rarity is also outstanding, as it is said that only 2,000 similar bottles exist of this Crystal Brut 1990 Millennium Cuvée Methuselah. The unique blend of this sparkly stuff was only made once, and as you can expect, it did not disappoint during an auction. It also ranks highly as strong, radiant, and sharp. Hey, psst, are you blown away yet? Not to worry, you might need someone to pick you up from the floor when you see how much the most expensive champagne, 2013 Taste of Diamonds, in the world costs. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and become the first person to get many such experiences from our unique and mind-blowing content. Just in case you're new here, Factuality is the home of amazing facts all over the world. 8. 1928 Krug, $21,200. Boasting of a rich and legendary, distinctly rich fermented vintage is this favorite of the late King George VI. Born back in 1928 during a bumper harvest at the end of September, it is also one of the greatest and most lucrative bottles in the international market, and remained in the cellars of its brand Krug for tens of years, thanks to shrewd marketing, fending off Nazi attention at the height of the World War II, and mainly due to the fortunate circumstances in its favor. The bottles gained favor when the king grew fond of them, therefore becoming one of the most expensive bottles sold in auction recently in 2009. 7. 1841 Veuve Clicquot, $34,000. Veuve Clicquot is a brand that has claimed its place in the world market, and with good reason, with 3 bottles having been revived from the remains of the shipwreck from the Baltic Sea. The Swedish team that uncovered them will admit to their good condition and awesome shape, perhaps due to the extreme conditions and dark surroundings. Veuve Clicquot remains an elite brand today, but an 1841 bottle popping up out of the water abyss certainly deserves an equally supernatural price tag, and the Acker Moral and Condit auctioneers promptly brought the hammer down to finalize historic proceedings. This raked them a whopping $34,000, and hence qualifying it as one of the most expensive champagnes on the planet, apart from also being the oldest bottle ever made. Most amusing is perhaps the fact that profits from the sale were channeled as donations to various charities related to maritime history, marine archaeology, and the Baltic Sea environment. 6. 1959 Dom Perignon, $42,350. 2 bottles of the first vintage Dom Perignon Rosé were sold at an auction for $42,230 each. Released by Dom Perignon, a world-renowned champagne house, in 1959, it was part of a limited edition series because the production stopped at 306 bottles. In 1971, the Shah of Iran made an order for several bottles to be enjoyed in the 2500th anniversary of the founding of the Persian Empire by Cyrus the Great. Later in 2008, 2 bottles fetched some $84,700 at an Acker Morale and Condit auction. Think of all the stocks you could buy with that. Its age and heritage are perhaps what lifted it during the auction, where it fetched a cool $42,350, after which it became a rare gem and one of the priciest in the universe. Oh, and remember the limited number of 306 we mentioned earlier? The bottles were never really officially sold. 5. 1820 Juglar Cuvée, $43,500. Another treasure that was discovered near Finland's Åland archipelago in the Baltic Sea by the deep-sea divers of 2010, you would have to be very lucky to find this particular champagne in any auction. This sweetness that defied the test of time was made in the House of Juglar, whose last existence was in 1840. This rare champagne that boasts of a long time in the game falls perfectly in the Resurrected Champagnes edition and bought its way into our era of civilization and still maintains its place above so many champagnes that came and went after it. 4. 1996 Dom Perignon Rose Gold Methuselah, $49,000. Any fan of this 1996 Dom Perignon Rose Gold Methuselah will tell you that it has a strong, tense, and radiant taste that usually comes with a firm and sharp finish. Its rarity is no different from the competitors on this list, with only 35 bottles produced, gold-plated with aromas of malt, complemented by smoky, peaty accents on its vintage nose, and a work of beauty by Dom Perignon, who has openly declared it as a symbol of authority. This champagne also offers a slight vanilla and spicy note, and will set you back a cool $49,000 for a chance to enjoy its heavenly experience. 3. 2011 Armand de Brignac, 15-liter, $90,000. Closing our top 3 is a champagne that can be considered a hybrid of rap music and champagne. The 2011 Armand de Brignac 15-liter behemoth was created by Jay-Z, who seemed to have fallen in love with the groove of rap music and the touch of this mega bottle from Armand de Brignac, fittingly called Ace of Spades by many. The producers of this champagne are the Catir family, whose tradition goes all the way back to 1763, and have made a name for themselves as an elite champagne house. Catir introduced a very successful rosé, which became the finest of the brand's range. Even a cursory glance will massage your eyes with a remarkable concentrated fruit, freshness, and balance. The nickname Ace of Spades was adopted for this companion of many celebrities, perhaps because the champagne is the best of Catir's work of art, and its price will make your jaws drop, unless of course you're willing to spend $90,000 on just one bottle. 2. 2013 Armand de Brignac Rosé 30-liter Midas, $275,000. It only took 2 years for Jay-Z to step up the previous Armand de Brignac into a towering 30-liter bottle, missing our top of the list by a substantial amount of US dollars. And the upgrade was not only in size, but also in quantity and taste. The champagne is composed solely of grapes from Premier and Grand Cru wineries, coming from 3 of the area's historic grounds: the Côte des Blancs, Montagne des Reims, Vallée de la Marne. This 30-liter bottle of Armand de Brignac is covered in pink gold and is a pleasant blend of white wine with a proportion of still Pinot Noir, an epitome of Jay-Z's creativity. Its height and weight were both taken care of, with the 40 pounds and 4 pounds equivalent to 40 standard-size bottles. The champagne is refreshing and full-bodied on the palate by having a bouquet of fresh strawberries along with black currant and Armand de Brignac's trait lengthy, smooth finish. Its nose is vibrant and even clean, having red fresh fruits in advance and then gently smoky grilled tones right behind. Your bank account would have to be reading at least $275,000 for you to even think of purchasing one of these champagne masterpieces. 1. 2013 Taste of Diamonds, $2.07 million. Coming in at number 1 as the world's most expensive champagne of 2020 is, drummer on please, the 2013 Taste of Diamonds. Just one bottle of this drinking sensation equals the average GDP of a wealthy country whose name we would rather not mention. Created by the luxury champagne brand Goutte de Diamants, the brainchild of Shami Shin, owner of a luxury retail outlet in London, Prodiguer Brands, it has topped in various lists of the world's best champagnes not once. In 2012, for example, Champagne Business News saw it win Best Taste of all the champagnes in the world. Its Superman-style signature logo is handcrafted from 18-karat solid gold, but also fixed prominently at its center is a single, flawless, deep-cut white diamond, weighing 19 carats, which replaces the Swarovski crystal that typically sits there. Designed by the famous luxury designer Alexander Amoso, it gives the drinker feelings of nostalgia for the times long gone. Its price tag screams the words, "Not for an average drinker, please!" And we are yet to see any champagne better than this one. That's all we had for today, and we hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. Also, please share your experience and let us know what you think about our list in the comments section below. Until next time, keep it factuality.